What if I told you that the moments you wanted to escape the most were actually the moments that had the most potential to change you? That heartbreak, that failure, that unbearable stretch of uncertainty. You didn't want them. You didn't ask for them. But what if those moments weren't obstacles, but doorways? In this video, we're going to explore something uncomfortable but deeply important. Why suffering, when faced honestly, often becomes the root of real transformation. Not just survival, but growth, evolution, awakening. Let's go deep. Across every major philosophical tradition, East and West, suffering is not dismissed. It's examined. It's honored. It's even seen as sacred. From Friedrich Nietzsche's famous line, "To live is to suffer, to survive is to find meaning in the suffering," to the Buddha's first noble truth, life is dukkha, or dissatisfaction, the message is clear. Pain isn't something to run from. It's something to work through. In this video, we'll unpack why suffering is often the catalyst for deep change, how different philosophies interpret pain and meaning, and how you can shift your relationship with pain, from avoidance to transformation. Nietzsche didn't sugarcoat life. He wrote with fire and fury about chaos, collapse, and rebirth. For him, pain was a kind of forge, a place where the old self burns and a new self emerges. He famously wrote, "One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star." Nietzsche saw suffering not as a punishment, but as raw material. Without it, there is no will to power, no strength to become more than we are. In his concept of the Übermensch, the overman, transformation comes not through comfort, but through confrontation with difficulty. Suffering is the test, the crucible, the proving ground for depth. While Nietzsche roared through his philosophy, Buddhism enters softly, but no less powerfully. The Buddha began with what's called the Four Noble Truths. The first truth: life contains suffering, not occasionally, but inherently. But unlike fatalism, Buddhism doesn't stop there. It teaches that suffering is the beginning of awareness. When we stop denying it, we begin to see clearly. The second truth: suffering has a cause, craving, clinging, resistance to change. The third truth: it can end. The fourth: there's a path, through mindfulness, discipline, and deep seeing. Buddhism teaches us not to fight suffering, but to observe it. And in observing, we begin to loosen its grip. That awareness becomes the space where transformation starts. I'd love to hear from you. Was there a moment in your life, a painful one, that, looking back, changed you for the better? Not instantly, not easily, but deeply. If you're comfortable, share it in the comments. Your story might resonate with someone going through their own storm right now. Here's the paradox. Suffering isolates us, but it also connects us. It breaks us open, but in that brokenness, we start to rebuild more honestly. Think about it. Heartbreak can teach real empathy. Failure can destroy ego. Loss can bring clarity about what matters. Transformation isn't usually loud. Sometimes, it's lying on the floor, in silence, realizing, I can't go back to who I was. And that's the turning point. Not because the pain is over, but because something inside you shifted. You stopped resisting it. You started listening to it. So how do we move through suffering instead of staying stuck in it? Name it. Don't numb it. Don't escape it. Give it shape. Write about it. Talk about it. Face it. Let go of the why me, and ask instead, what now? See it as a season, not a sentence. Pain isn't permanent, but it is purposeful. Stay present. As Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron says, the only way out is through. You don't have to find meaning instantly, but in choosing to walk through it consciously, you're already changing. We all suffer. No one escapes it. No philosophy promises to erase it. But every tradition worth listening to says the same thing in different words. Pain isn't the end. It's the beginning of something else. A deeper you. A more honest you. A wiser you. So if you're in pain right now, know this, you're not broken. You're becoming. If this video gave you something to think about, subscribe. This is a space for deep minds, open hearts, and honest transformation. And remember, the wound is where the light gets in.